autonomy, something that the government thought about it. They want to start. I think over many years now they saw that we live in a place where we're too far away from the mainland. Many things that happen here and many things that are happening here. Over time we see that our people is always struggling to survive, making the living. Costs are too high and a lot of things that happen, we see that we are always at the losing end. So when the government made decision to start this autonomy program, they looked at the ones that the initiative that has been taken up by the other provinces from like East Enga, East New Britain, New Ireland. So when they had a look at it, the government made a decision that the autonomy the Manus people or the government embarked on is not about political autonomy. It's about financial autonomy. How can we as a province financially able to sustain our life? Unlike the other ones, if they were thinking about political or this sort of autonomy. So when the government decided to ask me and how should we do it, the advice was that we should find all the young Manus people or Manus elite who know how to do the best. So the government decided that they should give it, and they nominated a person. They said Stephen Pogawin should be a better candidate who should go ahead to put his own team together so that they can try to develop this the concept or the idea about autonomy. And they make very clear in the term of reference or when from the PC resolution that they should work within the laws and develop a system that is will see viable for Manus family, Manus people now and for many years to come, how they can able to raise the financial capacity to manage themselves. So given that fact and looking back over many or what had happened before the colonial until now and from the ancestors, our Manus people were able to survive even without anything or anything that actually came out from or outside of Manus. So given this black eye understanding, the government thought that we can actually get what is within us and make it happen. So when that direction came, they have given to the team that we knew how to do best. For me as an administrator, to be honest, I had no idea about autonomy. But what I know is I have a dream that I want to see Manus people must able to sustain their own livelihood. They must have whatever they need. The quality of life must improve. The service we provide to them must be at a quality level. And all these things will come as long as they themselves will be the first one to say that yes, we need it and we're going to manage it and we're going to look after it. We will only help them to do it. Many people will ask now, the administrator, what is he going to do? How is he going to? I lead a group of people who probably have no idea. And maybe I lead a people where we probably may be classified as people who have no idea about autonomy. But to be frank, we have the willing heart and we are, free of anything. We want to make sure our people get the best. And I as an administrator, I will do everything within my limited capacity to make sure that what must be done, it must be done. If it means we don't have the capacity, there are many Manusians, our people who are out there who know how to help us. It has been in the past until now. No one in this place has ever thought that we can use these people. So lately now we think that no. If we need to make Manus move from one level to another, we must use our own children. And from the autonomy was the first example, we tried it. And we are running And then you would have seen from the forum we held at Ecom High School, Ecom Secondary. You see these Manusians who came actually presenting papers, and that was from their heart. That is what they thought that the Manus people and the Manus we must do. And we appreciate those people. Had we used their skills and all those before, I think we would have been lucky by now. We should have gone to a next level. But that is not to say that we can't do it. And I think all the people now, they should, after this one, we should be mobilizing people to and ask them if they're willing to do, because most of these things cannot be done until people themselves are willing to do. So that means that we have to work on the attitude of our people and make sure they must actually have and see that the need to become autonomous, or the need to improve our quality of life, or to move our people from one level into another. That responsibility does not lie with the government or with us. We will only find ways, we will only show the way, but the people must be willing to accept, and the people must be willing to follow, and the people must also be willing to receive that change, and they must themselves must become the agents of change. And unless we do that, the concept of autonomy or the concept of any change will only remain a concept or an idea. We will not see any change. So we have a big challenge from Manus. Online blown yet, they must be willing to accept it. And we also know that when there is a change like come, many people will not accept it. We know that. But we also know that there are one or two in the community and around will support us for this change. Because it's autonomy, is financial sustainability. Many people we have a dream. Why not make every Manusian become rich? If they are rich, school buy rich. If they are rich, church buy rich. If they are rich, government buy rich. So this idea is probably like people think that, me by working money. No, you must be rich in your attitude. You must rich long passion. You must rich long talk. You must rich long every capacity of life. So when we do that, we see a good community, a peaceful and harmonious relationship, and a community that be able to manage its own life. Anything happens, there is 1, 2, 3, all by work together, alone make myself. If there's a disaster, people, government come out, they organize themselves, because they would have the financial capacity, and they will have the attitude capacity, they would have the religious capacity, they would have all this other faculty of life's capacity in them. So you can come up in place, nice plan and good plan. We are starting now. We will probably see this thing come through maybe after 15 or 20 years. And from there, we can see some impact. Being here for a short while, we love this place. But how do we make it happen as a place where tourism will come? It is only lies with our people to work together. And community, everyone in Iblam must work one time. I am actually as administrator. I will only coordinate and facilitate. Look around, and big people who know how to do it will ask. Government will seek support from everyone. And my job is to coordinate and lead these simple people that are working with us to do their own beat in their individual or in their own divisions or sectors. Health must run in health, not only as a health services. It must run the service as a hospitality industry. The client becomes the important person in life. You only exist because of a sick patient. When the sick patient receives the best priority care, then the service is going to be really good. Or education, all must run in service. For education, they must base customer like a children as their priority customer. Or for all the other sectors. Unless we do that, and problem. We know that the people are coming in all them to see us. But if the executive managers are not sitting in the office from 7:45 to 4:06, how these people by come nothing they want to see him? He's not there. They expect them to be there. If it is lunchtime, our people will accept it. But 1 to 4 or 7:45 to 12, if you don't see them, how are they going to believe on us? So I have a big task to make sure that we organize and make sure we have a change of attitude, change of our mindset, and we approach work in a different way and try to implement the programs and projects that are in the Manus integrated plan that is already capturing the autonomy project. So mi bilang working legal them. Nungkot ba mi help him lo setting up phase or a building block And after 4 years, when my time is over, someone else comes in, continue from there. No can lose him. He comes and starts something else. No, continue from there. So now maybe let's start him, and maybe one that comes after him continue, and then the next one comes, and maybe after 20 years, we will say that yes, we've seen development process, or what we call autonomy. Actually, it's happening on Manus Island. But it is really a dream that we want to see great change happening on Manus Island.